So today's video will continue on our journey about new words and put them in the context of scholarly writing. So let's start with the word surreptitious. And surreptitious means something which is kept secret, especially because it would not be approved of by many people. And the spelling of surreptitious is SERREPTITIOUS. So let's create a sentence with surreptitious. So a sentence goes like this: while revising his papers, Shri would surreptitiously add complex words in place of simple words. For example, he would replace the word confuse with words such as confound, befuddle, or discombobulate. So this is actually somebody I knew, and Shri is his moniker, and this person derived a great pleasure out of doing this particular task. And his rationale of doing this task was that it would reduce any possible chance of being accused of plagiarism, because no person typically uses such words in technical writing. Now, of course, I introduced a few words in this sentence. Let us go through those words again. So the words are confound, that's CONFOUND, and confound is to be confusing or perplexing. It also means to befuddle or confuse, and a very interesting and sophisticated word for confound is discombobulate. So again, a word which kind of tells you that this possible concept is very confusing. So let's go to one more word, and this word is waiver, WAVER. And waiver means to move back and forth or to tergiversate, if you remember that word from previous discussions. So let's create a sentence with the word waiver, and the sentence is: a good supervisor should not waver in his decision regarding a research problem for graduate students. So this is very important because there are some supervisors who keep switching the research problems for PhD student after a couple of years, and this leads to a huge degree of procrastination and delay in the graduation of these particular students. So again, if Shri was changing this particular sentence, he would replace waiver, WAVER, with tergiversate, which also means to vacillate between two things. That's one of the meanings of tergiversate. The secondary meaning could be to disown something or to change something. For example, to tergiversate one's religion for a different religion. The next word I have is chronic, that's CHRONIC, and chronic means long lasting and recurrent, and it's often used in the context of a disease or suffering. For example, a chronic disease or a chronic financial problem or a chronic debilitation of somebody due to diseases such as cancer. So let's create a sentence with chronic, and the sentence I have here is: the chronic financial problems caused by state government budget cuts had desiccated the university resources and faculty funding. So again, that's a situation which a chronic problem can do. Now here I use the word desiccate, that's DESICCATE, and desiccate means to dry out, and you are often familiar with the scientific use of the word desiccate, and also the fact that desiccants are used to essentially dry out certain chemicals or certain products. And of course, we can use this in a metaphorical sense of drying something out. Now the next word I have on my list is pertain, and pertain means be relevant or to be a part of something, and pertain is PERTAIN. One more word is garner, GARNER, and garner means to collect, gather, or get together. So let's use a sentence with garner and pertain. Ramesh's paper pertaining to digital twins has garnered more than 1000 citations. Now, one more word I have here is curation, that Curation. And curation is something which has become particularly important in the context of web and online content. So essentially it means selection of certain content or merchandise using professional or expert knowledge. So essentially curation involves looking at your particular behavior patterns and probably giving you things which you want. And you may be knowing that many times machine learning is being used to give curated content to people, for example on the internet. So let's create a sentence with curation. Curation of online content by machine learning can lead to people living in isolated bubbles. So this is something which happens because people are basically getting what they see and they are getting more of what they are dealing with. So it is kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy or a feedback loop where you do something and you get more of the same thing, and so it diminishes your chances of really getting out of this ecosystem which you have created or in the well in which you have fallen. So this can have negative consequences for some people. One more word I have is zeal, that's ZEAL or ZEAL depending on your proclivity, and zeal means dedication for something. One more word is falter, 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 and falter means not sure, to stumble, to waver or something like that. So let's create a sentence with zeal and falter. With the passage of time, John's zeal for research work started to falter. So again, this is something which can happen to people as time goes by. So again, these were some words for you which I had today, and I hope you enjoyed this video and you can use some of these words in your technical writing or in your normal day-to-day conversation. Stay tuned to my channel for more videos on such topics. Thank you very much.